Morning, y'all. I think I was almost late because I wasn't even doing nothing. I was just sitting here doing nothing, thinking like I'm gonna sit here till 10 o'clock and just sat here doing nothing. Okay, let me start my timer. I'm gonna go 7 minutes today. I'm gonna quit saying that every day, for real. But I will go 7 minutes, for real. Hi, Cleora. Good morning. Good happy Wednesday morning to you. To you. Hey, Piff and Vicky and everybody. Keisha, girl, Keisha! That's how I be want to say your name. Every time I see your name, Keisha. Y'all. Did y'all know, I love talking about this. Some research I read a few years back. I don't know what it was, but I read some research that said when we sing together, our hearts begin to beat together. Right? And I just start thinking about that a lot. And that's why a lot of times when I teach yoga, I have us do, hey, Piff, thank you. You like my ponytails, girl? I was just working out. I had to get my hair out of my way. But I was talking about when I teach yoga, sometimes I invite everybody to do these collective breathing together, or I do collective 3-part breath with each other. And I really feel like that when we breathe together, that also syncs us too, y'all. And I wanted y'all to think about with me just the magical beings that we are, and how there's really so much more to us that we naturally do, like our indigenous ways that we don't think about that we do. And some of them we need to get back to. And I believe if we get back to them, we'll get some more healing happening in our families, in ourselves, and in our lives, right, y'all? So a while back, a long time ago, I talked about releasing through sound, right? So releasing through sound. And if you all step back and take a look at it, we can see that we actually do have a practice of releasing through sound, but it's almost like we've packaged it and it can only happen in certain places, right? So y'all, let's think about where it's okay to release through sound. Where is it socially acceptable to release through sound? We know that if we're at a basketball or a sports event, that we can go, yes, or we can scream, right? It's socially acceptable to release that way through sound. Another place that I love thinking about releasing through sound is when we go to church. And y'all know you got to be at the right church, right? The right church where you could just give praise and be like, yes, hallelujah, right? And you get to run around and just releasing from the body and releasing through sound. Oh, my little light thing went off, y'all. But I know the value of releasing through sound, and I wish that we would like get over our domestication and allow ourselves to release through sound, because actually that's connected to the 5th chakra, right? The Vishuddha chakra, right? And this chakra in particular is about us expressing our will. So whether it be through the words we speak or just what we say, but this is associated with our will, y'all, and our willpower, right? And I'll get into that in a second. But I wanted to talk about specifically how I've taught my children how to make sure that they release through sound. One, it supports like this movement through our nervous system, especially like if there's a sound so think about like if you hear a loud sound, most of us will go, ah, right? We'll do that because the body naturally needs to release, right? So I think I told y'all this before, but I always have taught my children when they hear a loud sound, don't let that get locked into your body. You release right with that, right? So this has always been our practice. Like if we walking down the street, or even if we driving on the road, y'all, in the car and the windows are down, and like say a loud, you know, those loud motorcycles or those people with the big old trucks that have the loud, right? You know, those loud cars. So with my kids, y'all know what we do? Every single time, if we hear a loud sound, when that loud sound comes, we release at the same time. So say there's a loud truck or a fire truck or something going by, and it's like, you know what we do? Me and my children, we go, ah! We release right along with that because we're not going to let that get in our bodies and shake us up and shake our nervous systems up, right? Think about even how kids naturally will release through sound by singing, like in just naturally they walking around the house. I know my kids do. They are so loud. They just loud and they just yelling, they're singing. But or like Robbie, he just always has a song in his heart. Y'all know that we all have a song in our heart that we could be singing all the time, but our domestication calmed us down on that. Like just this natural release of joy or this natural release of lament. Y'all know, like think about these songs of joy, like yes. Or I used to always sing, better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house. I used to sing that all the time. And that's another aspect of the Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra, is that it connects us and it helps us to remember to give praise to our creator, right? So that's another place where we're socialized that we could release through sound while in church, but there's all these other contexts where we can't release through sound. So, oh, y'all know what? My friend Chuck, some of y'all know Chuck. Chuck is our friend in the yoga world. Y'all yoga people know Chuck. My Chuck, I love Chuck. Chuck is like, ooh, he probably wouldn't be okay if I said how old he was. But so me and Chuck call each other regularly. And when we call each other, especially because he's been like in quarantine by himself, so we call each other on FaceTime. And as soon as we call each other, as soon as one of us picks up, we're like, Chuck, ah! So I'll say, Chuck, I didn't hear you today. And he'll go, ah! And that's how we greet each other, because it's like this just joy of seeing each other, right? And y'all know naturally, indigenously, we have that in us. We have some really close friends that, oh, that's the end of my time, but let me finish, y'all. How do I turn this off? Okay. We have some friends that are from Zimbabwe, right? And we learned so much from them. We're really close to them. But just what they taught us about just being naturally who we are and releasing through sound. Like when they would see each other and greet each other, it would be this full on like, like all of that. Through our domestication, we were taught that that's not okay to do. Or if you do it, then you somehow look crazy, right? If you release through sound. Well, y'all, I believe in releasing through sound. So because of our time, I'm going to pull back and have us do some ohms together. And oh, one more thing about release through sound. Think about how naturally sometimes when something happened and you just be like, yes, or hey, we just naturally release through sound. I'm just giving y'all all these examples because I like to release through sound too. Okay, so power is in sound, right? Power is in the tongue, and our willpower is expressed through this. And let's see, I wrote something else to tell y'all. It's the center of our self-expression. It's where we voice our truth and declare our value. And you are empowered here when you remember to sing praise to your creator. And it's in this chakra you manifest your creativity and inspiration. So y'all, I know some of y'all probably like, I'm not about to ohm with her, but let me just tell you about the magic of the ohm, right? So the ohm is the basic sound of the universe. And I always say, ohm is the sound of the earth rotating on its axis, right? And symbolically and physically, it tunes us into that sound, and we acknowledge our connection to everything in this world, right? When we chant Om, and it has this calming effect on the body. And I could go on talking about the Om, but I want y'all to Om with me 3 times, right? And you know what happens sometimes when we Om, and even like say you're at church and you're in worship, in that moment, all other asking ceases, right? In that moment, all desires are dropped and all other asking cease. And y'all know what I believe? I believe that's when we experience the universe, God, the creator, right? Oludharma, Oludharma, right? Okay, y'all ready? So roll your shoulders back and down, lengthen in the spine. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and then on the inhale, we inhale, and then on the exhale, we go, Let's do that. Let's do that 2 more times. Y'all ready? Inhale. And we're going to do it one more time. Oh, Maya. I was thinking about Maya when we were at Black Yoga Teachers Association. She always says, bring it up a little bit. So we bring it up a little bit. So let's do it when we bring it up a little bit. Everybody take a breath in. wonder, did y'all really chant with me? I hope y'all did. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And just, y'all go ahead and release through sound, whether it be songs of lament, songs of joy. I remember one time I was playing some CeCe Winans. I love CeCe Winans. And Nia was a little bitty girl. And CeCe in her beautiful voice, and you know the way her voice touches you. So CeCe was singing, and Nia was like, I don't want that song to cry to me, mommy. That song is crying to me. Because her beautiful voice is just so moving. And y'all know that music speaks to our soul. It's just so good. So y'all release through sound today, whether you just chant Om, or go A, or yes, or hallelujah, right? Just yell whatever you want to yell. Rhonda, I'm glad you sing everywhere, girl, because I do too. All right, y'all. I got to get to work. See y'all later.